Hi, the title of this podcast is It's Nice in Here. This is a follow up to a podcast we did quite a while ago. I think it's episode 220, called It's a Mess in Here. And It's a Mess in Here was speaking about how unsettled I was internally and how most people are because you are so identified with your thoughts, your judgments. You're at the mercy of your default settings, which are worry, ruminating, guilt, blame, shame, anger, you name it. All those base, human behaviors and instincts and emotions. And so when it's a mess in here, what it is you are being attached to something or have an expectation about how the outside world should be or people should be. And that causes a great deal of suffering, but it's all internal. And what frees you from that is not the outside world changing because you have no control over that, but it's about you changing yourself within to become the kind of human being that doesn't require the world or people to be a certain way for you to be okay inside. And so with some practice, if you can make it nice in here, which is the title of this podcast. And I've been really, really diligent and intentional about my practice, my daily well-being practice, which is a few things that I do in the morning to set myself up, to be present, to be aware so I can take intelligent action and be conscious throughout the day. But being conscious throughout the day means applying my practice throughout the day, the acceptance, the gratitude, the compassion, all those things that help me take intelligent action if action is required. And if it's not, to just be. And since I've been doing that, I have so many more days that are nice in here, that I am not suffering. I am not overwhelmed. I'm not experiencing any kind of mental, emotional, spiritual, or psychological burnout. Instead, what I'm feeling is just incredible balance and inner peace. And that is a choice. And so I encourage you that whatever may come up, for you today, whether it's something that is a problem or a challenge that you have been working on or been confronted with, or if you are, projecting yourself to some future problem that you have to deal with, whatever the case may be, you can be free of it. And free of it means that you can be peaceful internally to where it's nice in here. And it starts again with making a choice to work on yourself in such a way that you don't require life, situations, or people to be a certain way for you to be okay inside, regardless of what that is. Because what I've learned is that I have a choice in the matter. For far too long, many, many decades, I was unaware that I had a choice. I was so identified with my judgments, my need to be right at the expense of being peaceful and free, and attached to certain expectations and outcomes that I didn't know that there was a difference between those thoughts about how it is supposed to be and the way that it is. I had no idea that I had a choice. And then one day, I woke up. I became conscious and aware that I have a choice, that I'm the observer of those thoughts. I'm not the thoughts themselves. And that was a game changer for me. And ever since then, I said, well, if I'm not the thought, if I'm not the narratives that I've been led to believe and create judgments around about situations, people, or myself, and if there is a choice, then why am I making this other one that's creating all this suffering? I was like, as easily as I made that choice, I can make a different choice, which is to work on being peaceful, to take that journey. And that has been a game changer. So my days are full of a lot of pleasant, nice, wonderful internal experiences. And I feel balanced. I feel peaceful. And even the days when a challenge kind of, rubs up against a thorn, or I'm pushed to an edge, and not pushed to an edge by someone outside of me or life situation, but pushed to an edge by my mind saying something about a situation, I lean back just enough, just long enough so that I can bring awareness back to it. I can disidentify with that thought. And as soon as I do that, even for a second, that moment creates an opening for me to have a completely different experience internally and related to that situation. It's a game changer. I mean, the time is going to pass anyway. So do I want to pass my time on this planet with it being a mess inside? Or do I want to pass my time being peaceful, being joyful inside? It's the same amount of time, whether I'm going to live 30 more years or I'm going to live 3 more days. It's the same amount of time that's going to pass in which I have a choice to either be a mess inside or to have it be nice inside. So I'm choosing it's nice in here. What will you choose?